What is up? Today, we will be continuing CCC. I'm pretty sure we're still in Chapter 1. I can't imagine it's already over. And we should be getting into the actual meat of the game. The first stream was more or less just the introduction. So, this will be interesting. Continuing the journey of Face Frick. Hey Gary, how you doing today? Got any plans for the weekend?
女の話をしよう。目覚めた時から女は病理につながれていた。
I don't think I have time to read this, sorry.
鎖はまんべんなく、つま先から頭まで、ミイラのごとき死に化粧。自由がない、と余人は哀れむ。自由はない、と彼女は喜ぶ。鉄のドレスは難攻不落。城門開いたその奥に、あるのは乙女か魔性の罠か。他人の秘密は蜜の味というが、さて。
So let's see. How you doing, Beta?
脳波の正常活動を確認しました。アルファ波、ベータ波、平常。覚醒状態です。
Stable brainwaves confirmed. Alpha waves. Beta waves normal. She's waking up. I'm not tapped in.
バイ先輩この声が聞こえますか？落ち着いて、ゆっくりまぶたを開けてください。
Can you hear me right now? Please open your eyelids slowly and carefully. I hear a familiar voice. My hazy vision and consciousness come back to me. Spurred on by the voice that's concerned about me, my heavy eyelids open. It looks like an infirmary. No way. An old-fashioned infirmary I've never seen on Seraph, in a style that no longer exists on the surface. I'm lying on a bed right now. Beside me is a girl in a white robe checking up on me. I think her name was... That's right, her name is Sakura, an AI in charge of managing the health of masters. I don't really understand what's going on yet, but it seems Sakura has been taking care of me. In place of a greeting, I say thank you. I'm not responding to you right now, Mizu. It's not cat time. If you hear her, I'm sorry. Huh, for some reason, Sakura's making a really curious expression. Is there something weird on my face?
いえ、ごめんなさい。なんでもないんです。何の問題もありません。
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's nothing. There's nothing you need to worry about, Frick.
自分でもわからないんですけど、声を聞いたらほっとしてしまって。
I don't quite know why, but when I heard your voice, my mind went blank for a moment.
きっと他の皆さんより昏睡状態が長かったからですね。
You've been in your sleep...
とにかく
Oh,
目覚めてくれて嬉しいです。
sorry I interrupted you, Queen. You've been in your sleeping state for longer than anyone else. In any case, I'm glad you're awake. Hold on, there's a cat on my desk. Alright.
アバターの反応はまだ鈍いでしょうけど、すぐに元の調子に戻りますよ。もう立ち上がることもできるはずです。
Your avatar might still feel sluggish, but it'll soon return to its original state. You should be able to walk around soon. Sakura gave me a smile full of joy and relief from the bottom of her heart. I can't help but the intention to go. I feel like I just had some sort of nightmare, but that smile alone blew all of my anxieties away. But no, I can't just stare at Sakura's beautiful smile forever. Where am I? And why in the world was I sleeping here?
質問はもっともです。でも、その前に確認をさせてください。
You gotta tie that hair up or something. It's touching the floor. Your questions are understandable, but before that, allow me to confirm a few things.
あなたは自分が誰なのかわかりますか？
Face Frick, do you know who you are? Do I know who I am? I don't need to think too hard for that one. My name is Face Frick, a student attending Sakumihara Academy, but not quite. I'm one of the wizards, Magi, who came to the moon to attain the rights to the wish-granting Holy Grail.
そのウィザードというのは？
So, can you tell me what a wizard is? I wonder why Sakuta's asking. Isn't that considered the most basic basics? Wizards are a special type of hacker capable of having their souls, enter cyberspace. The body is something that grounds the soul, so if the body and soul could be differentiated, wouldn't it be possible to send it elsewhere? That occult-like approach led to a new age in the transmission of information. Of those hackers, the A-rank hackers among them were conferred the title of wizard. This is basically like establishing the universe we're in. These are all rules and shit established in Fate Extra, but I appreciate that the game is doing the work for me to catch you guys up a little bit for anyone not as familiar with Fate Extra, because it does differentiate from the other Fates.
そうです。魔術が途絶えた現代において唯一魔術理論を継承する人々のことです。
That's correct. In an era where magic has ceased to be, they are the only ones who've inherited the theories of magic.
ところで今は西暦何年でここはどこですか？
By the way, can you tell me what year it is and where we are right now? You don't even need to ask. It's the year 2030 AD. Human technological advancement froze in the 1970s. That's also when the Western European plutocracy abolished the development of space travel. As for the question of where, I don't really know the details, but I know enough. This is the moon, specifically the legacy of an alien civilization that was discovered inside of the moon. The artificial spiritron calculation apparatus, the moon cell automaton. The holy grail that sleeps in the seas of the heavens and that the wizards of the earth dream of. The moon cell automaton has no will of its own. You could call it a huge computational device. Put simply, it's a supercomputer the size of the moon. Even all of the computers in the world combined wouldn't be able to compete with the moon cell. This moon cell built a virtual cyberspace inside of itself. Damn, we're just fucking exposition. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. This moon cell built a virtual cyberspace inside of itself called the Seraph, gathering wizards from all around the world, or rather, the Earth. This would be one of the school-styled grounds made in that Seraph. Wizards that have reached the moon compete against one another, with the last one standing invited into the moon cell's core and is given the right to use it. That is the Holy Grail, an almighty calculator with a computational ability equivalent to a solar system.
はい。
Makes sense, right, guys?
マスターは聖杯を求めてこのムーンセルにやってきました。これを聖杯戦争と言います。
That's right. Masters like you came to the moon cell for the Holy Grail. That is the Holy Grail War.
弱き者に聖杯は与えられません。あなたたちは自分が生命として優れている最強であることを証明しなくてはならない。
The weak won't reach the Holy Grail. You must surpass all others and prove yourselves the strongest.
その方法としてムーンセルはあなたたちに戦闘を代行するソースを与えました。
As
そ
a,
れは何ですか？
as a means to do that, the moon cell gave you all a proxy to do battle with. What was it called? Something to fight with, something vital to a wizard, a partner to fight alongside. That is, a servant. That's right, I remember now. For making it through the preliminaries and qualifying in the Holy Grail War, the moon cell gave me command seals and a servant, a reproduction of a hero from the past as a familiar, to contract with as a participating master, I think.
そこまでは問題ないようですね。じゃあ、これが一番大事なことなんですけど。
But there's no issues up till there. Now then, I need to ask you the most important thing.
ですね。聖杯戦争中のこと、少しでも覚えていますか？
The thing is, Frick, do you remember anything that happened during the Holy Grail War? Well, yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. Wait. I know that I'm a wizard, but I don't remember a single thing about Face Frick's past at all. Actually, for what reason am I even participating in such a dangerous war to begin with?
やっぱり他の皆さんと同じですね。自分が誰なのかは覚えているけれど、聖杯戦争中の記憶は思い出せない。
That's my favorite thing about the Fate Extra protagonist. It's just no thoughts, head empty at all time. Hold on 1 second. I thought so. Just like everyone else, you can remember who you are, but nothing about during the Holy Grail War.
落ち着いて聞いてくださいね。あなたは自分がマスターであることしか思い出せない記憶障害状態なんです。
Calm down and listen to me, Frick. You're only in a state of memory loss, where all you remember is that you are a master. Memory loss. I don't really feel anything about that. But fact is, it's just as Sakuda said, the only thing I can remember is that I am a master. I can remember I was in the Holy Grail War, but nothing about what battles I fought or what opponents I defeated. There's only a little I do remember vividly. That just a bit ago, I was an ordinary high school student going to a school different from this one. That it was swallowed up by an unknown darkness, and that I was saved from that predicament by my servant Castor.
乱暴な言い方ですけど、聖杯戦争開始時の初期状態にリセットされたようなものなんです。
From how you've been speaking, Frick, you might have been reset to how you were at the start of the Holy Grail War.
あなたは昏睡状態が長かったですから、もしかすると本当に自分の名前しか覚えていないのかも。
Since you've been in a comatose state for so long, it's possible you really only remember your own name.
あれ？ということは、もしかして、私の名前わかりますか？
Huh? Don't tell me. That means, Frick? You know my name? As right above your text box. So Sakuda asked nervously. It seems like she's wondering if I forgot about her. Her name is, of course. Sakuda Mato.
はい、マトさくらです。改めてよろしくお願いしますね。
Yes, I am Sakuda Mato. It's good to see you again.
マト真司さんとは無関係ですよ。私の名字は聖杯戦争ごとに参加者の一人からランダムに拝借するものなので。
Oh, I'm not related to Shinji Mato at all. My surname is randomly chosen from the participants of the given Holy Grail War. What a strange choice. They could have just had their own pool of names to choose from. Why get confusing with it?
とにかく急ぎ足でしたが、あなた自身の手で状況を確認していただきました。
Don't praise Shinji. At any rate, we've moved ahead. Sorry. At any rate, we've moved pretty quickly, but you've gotten yourself an initial look at the situation, Frick.
今私にできることはこれくらいです。もっと力になりたいんですけど、もう私には何の力もありません。
This is as much as I can do for you for now. I would like to help you further, but I have no help left to give.
皆さん同様、私も記録の検索機能がロックされていて、本当にごめんなさい。
Like everyone else, my record browsing functions have been locked. I'm really sorry. Sakuda bows remorsefully, rises from her chair, and then moves toward the center of the room. A corner of the room. Jesus.
もしもし、こちら保健室です。目を覚ましました。精神、肉体、ともに異常はありません。
Hello, this is the infirmary. Frick has woken up. Neither her mind or body show any abnormalities.
それはよかった。では早速ですが、こちらに来ていただけるよう伝言をお願いします。
That's good to hear. Well, I know this is sudden, but please let her know I'd like her to come by.
まだ目覚めたばかりですし、今は挨拶だけで。
Since Frick has only just woken up, perhaps just a greeting would be...
申し訳ありませんが、その余裕はありません。事態は一刻を争います。
I apologize, but there is no room for relaxation. We're racing against time here.
それに彼女なら僕が言わずとも勝手に歩き回ります。
Besides, knowing her, she'll go on a stroll regardless of what I say.
僕の知っているという人はいつまでもおとなしくしている性格ではありませんから。
The face Vic I know has never been one to sit still for very long.
目が覚めたのならすぐに行動するでしょう。この新しくも古い校舎を調べ回った後、生徒会室に来るよう言ってください。
It knows me so well. She'll start exploring now that she's awake. Tell her that after inspecting this new, old school, to come to the student council room. Sakura's transmission with that person ends. Come to the student council room. It sounds like...
今の通信聞こえていましたか？
did you hear that transmission just now? Yeah, I nod in answer. The way that person was speaking annoyed me, but I do need to get moving now that I'm awake. Especially since I don't know what's going on, I need a grasp on the current situation as soon as possible.
わかりました。生徒会室は2階に上がって左手側の教室です。
Understood. After you go up to the second floor, the classroom on your left will be the student council room.
また、サーバントは2階に上がって右手側の教室に待機してもらっています。
Also, your servant is waiting for you in the classroom of the right side hallway on the second floor.
雑列に顔を出して、サーバントのパラメータを確認しておいてくださいね。
Please make sure you don't forget to check your servant's parameters. As she says that, I look at the back of my left hand. There's one command seal left inscribed. Command seals hold absolute directive authority over servants. It's a special command that invokes all kinds of coercive power upon a servant in return for expending one. Simultaneously, they serve as proof that one is a master. When a master uses them all up... Uses them all up? It happens again? Whatever. What matters is that I have a proper contract with Castor. If I shut my eyes, I can clearly feel my vital source, my magical energy flowing into Castor. Castor's alright too. I want to meet with Castor soon. I'll put off going to the student council room and head directly to the classroom to my right on the second floor. I will head directly to the classroom on my right on the second floor. You have found an herb! What are these herbs anyway? There are tons of different kinds with different properties. Lumping them all into herb without specifying what they are or what they do does not give me a good reason to use them. And so with that... Facefrick discarded the herb. Damn, get Resident Evil's ass. Instrument for measuring your height. I considered measuring my height until I noticed it's the kind that also measures your weight. Close call. Phew. Don't want to open that can of worms right now. Various medicines are arranged here. Handling these without any medical knowledge is very dangerous. Simple table, plastic tablecloth. It's a nice highlight. I had Castor wait in the classroom because she was a little hard on the eyes. She looks different from what you're used to. Waking up from a long sleep is mentally draining enough for you, so I had them wait somewhere else. Anyway, please don't be surprised, okay? Are you just talking about her outfit? Old metal laptop laying on the desk, but there are no signs of it being used. Of course, I don't expect any advanced AI like Sakura to have any need for such an old device. Neatly lined up tea set. Places like these are where Sakura's personality seems to really show. Neatly covered with pure white sheets, this level of professionalism would put even a high-class hotel to shame. The world may be vast, but people this perfect at making beds are pretty rare. We're so insightful. Oh wow. This is quite different. This is the library. If I find anything I want to investigate, it would be a good idea to come here. Take a close look at the posters on the bulletin board. I don't see any particularly useful information. Yo, what the hell is this? I was in charge of arena maintenance and now I'm suddenly in charge of watering plants? Fuck, I don't know who did this, but as soon as I get back, the Moonstill's gonna hear about this. Quite a few papers. The text is so corrupted that it's unreadable. Over there is the commissary. You can buy various items and mystic codes there, but it looks like the clerk stepped out. He'll be back before you know it, so come back later. mixed in with stuff like notebooks and pens or an arrangement of several kinds of souvenirs. The entrepreneurial spirit here is palpable. And here's a list of the goods at the commissary. Apologies, sold out of Mega Hot Mapo Tofu. This is a very unique commissary. Oh, I accidentally clicked out. There's a turn here? Faculty room, but the locked door won't budge at all. I'll give up on trying to get in. Your hair is crazy. Listen to me carefully. One second I become the mimicry club chief, the next I'm in the far side of the moon. You must have no idea what I'm on about. Me neither. I'm just an NPC after all. I leave the hard stuff to the advanced AI. Hey, are you a master? A human? So there are other humans still alive? Oh, okay. It's not my place to say this, but give it your best. You've got some tough times ahead. The door seems to be locked. I'm curious about this room, but it might be a good idea to worry about it later. Want to search everything. Restroom. Great. It's so pretty outside. Oh, I'd also like to know how things are looking outside. I should start with the inside. Fine. I already went this way. My fucking footsteps, though. Jesus. Seems to be a storage room. Mess of old tools piled up inside. Please don't talk to me. I'm an advanced AI in charge of cleaning. I'm on a different level than you people. Good grief, you're all filthy. This school building, you masters, and that Sakura Matao who rescued you people. For a long time now, I've been advising the Moon Cell that we mustn't invite humans. I predicted that this kind of bug would occur. The perfection that is the Moon Cell can't generate errors. Any fault always lies with you humans. Thus, I will not cooperate with you people. I wish for a swift resolution from the Moon Cell, and all delete. A sweeping purge. I wash my hands. The cold water feels nice. Great. Wooden desk, granite floor, and a retro window frames. I'm struck by a strange sense of nostalgia. This is the year 2030. I wouldn't be able to find places like this old-timey school building has here back on Earth.
お待ちしておりましたご主人様。深呼吸をした後、期待に胸を膨らませて振り向いてくださいまし。
I've waited for you, darling. Take a deep breath, and with eager anticipation, please turn around. Behind me is a voice I've heard before. This unique tone, a mixture of bewitching femininity and cheerfulness, belongs to Castor. It's only been several minutes since we reunited during our fall through that starry sky. Well, for me that reunion was just a moment ago, but for all I know, it could have been hours for her. My memory is still hazy, so I can't recall the things Castor and I did together throughout the Holy Grail War. Still, getting to meet again makes me happy. I say good morning in response when... Ta-da! How do you like it? It's a new costume. It's quite unreserved around the chest, but this protection is audaciously, extreme, chaste, and voluptuous. I humbly present the magnificent rebirth of the good wife fox servant, Punkish Castor. Now then, my darling, your thoughts, please. Why are you not saying anything? Head empty. Huh? Damn, my head went blank from the shock. Castor, what's with this getup? Yes, it's so very cute, isn't it? After I landed here, I woke up to find myself in these clothes.
サーバント用の拘束具です。
Perhaps it's the effect of a system alteration. To me, it looks like servant restraints. Restraints. Sure, it sort of does look like that, but there's one part that's a bit overexposed.
あん、わかります？実はちょっときついです。胸元とか特に。
Ah, you noticed? It is actually a little tight, particularly around my chest.
ご覧になられますか？ご主人様？
Would you like to see, darling? We're both women, so what is she talking about? Okay, when we interact with quote-unquote Taiga earlier, we're like caught up in the greatness of her boobs, but now we're like, I'm a girl. Girls don't do that. Pick one. I'm not only in shock, Caster's allure makes me feel lightheaded. And I can't read. The unremovable clothes, the bondage fashion, the frilly frill sleeves, while feminine, it all conceals an irresistible charm.
熱い視線ありがとうございます。それではもう一度気を取り直して。
Thank you for looking with such keen interest. Now then, let's pull ourselves together again.
どうですか、マスター？あなたのサーバントが可愛らしいですか？
What do you think, darling? Is your servant cute? It's revealing, but it suits you.
ありがとうございます。最初はどうかと思ったのですが、私このように何を着ても似合う女。
Thank you very much. I wasn't so sure at first, but I am a girl who looks fabulous in anything.
この攻撃的なデザインも可愛く着こなせると胸を、いえ、耳を張ったのです。
Knowing I could wear an aggressive design like this and look cute makes my chest, my ears swell with pride.
何はともあれ、可愛いと褒められて嬉しくない女性はおりません。
At any rate, being praised as cute has never made any girl unhappy.
このキャスター、ご主人様の真心にお応えして、今まで以上にお力になってみせましょう。
I, Caster, shall answer Darling's devotion by becoming more dependable than ever before.
ともあれ、私はしばらくこの衣装ですから、もしお気に召さないようでしたら、着替えを用意してくださいまし。
Anyhow, I'll be wearing these clothes for the time being. If it's not to your liking, then please procure a change of clothes.
私はご主人様の忠実なサーバント。主がお望みになるのでしたら、どのような姿にもなりましょう。
I am my darling's loyal servant. If you so desire, I will wear anything.
もちろん、衣装代はそちら持ちで。可愛い服以外は消し済みにしますので、そちらの方もご注意のほどを。
Naturally, I'll leave the cost to you. I'll burn any non-cute clothes to cinders, so be very careful. Caster smiles brightly. Geez, despite the situation we're in, I'm a little relieved. What innocence. No matter where she is, she faithfully considers me as her master. This is unmistakably Caster, a reliable servant. I may have forgotten many things, but I get the feeling that I can endure any fear or anxiety so long as she fights by my side. She'll clear away any anxiety or dread for me, I'm sure.
それでは気を取り直してまいりましょう。まずは生徒会室ですね。
Now, let's pull ourselves together and be off. First stop is the student council room, yes?
さくらさんの話によると、ご主人様より早く目覚めているマスターがいるそうですよ。
According to what Sakura said, there are masters who awoke before you, darling. Now that I think of it, yeah, the student council room is on the second floor too, so they said, let's head over quickly. So they said. No way! I don't know which button that is. I'm using a Switch controller. No way! Can I equip these? Am I already equipped? I think they're already equipped. No way. Throw in a quick save. Thing to look at. The classic literature, reference books, and past exams. Pull book out. It's an anthology of an author's work, someone who wrote poems and children's stories while teaching agriculture in a poor village. Monthly schedule drawn on the blackboard, but naturally nothing is filled in. Right. Wife obtained. You're a master, right? I'm just a regular NPC. I found myself in the school building. According to the AI from the infirmary, Sakura, I almost got deleted, but I escaped and made it all the way here. The far side of the moon, imaginary number spaces, they have nothing to do with me. I'm an NPC that's just headed home. Despite all this, that won't change. I can go home whenever I want, but the sunset glow is so nice. And the Holy Grail War, and the near side of the moon. You never see this. I'll stay a little longer. Third year's classroom. No one is inside. No need to go in. But I wanna. Announcement from the guidance counselor. The rest is just blank paper. Posters aimed at students, but they're just filled with meaningless strings of characters. Huh? You're all humans? The surviving masters? Hey, you're pretty lucky. Good for you. Welcome to the worst hell imaginable. This is the retro old school building, a prison with no fun whatsoever. You must already know by now, being a master here means nothing. You and I are both prisoners. I'm a normal NPC, Galco. Nice to meet you. I was attacked by the black noise, ran around, then ended up here. Well, I'll let the management NPC sweat the small stuff. We should just hang out, you know? Okay. I like your attitude. Notice from the student council. The following student council members for this school year have been decided, as shown below. It ends there. This is the far side of the moon? We're trapped here? That's only a minus for humans. For us, it's a plus. After all, the Mooncell has no control here. Masters and NPCs both have the same worth now. This just gave me a big chance to get closer to President Leo. This girl has her eyes on Leo. I warned her that she doesn't know what she's getting into, but she has a stubborn mentality. I was paired with this girl in the Holy Grail War, but who would have guessed that she was the type to prioritize love so much? Few sheets of paper posted up here. No useful information. Restroom. Doesn't seem like anyone is using this room. The student council room differs from the other classrooms. With its lush carpeting, it gives off the feeling of a real conference room. In this greatly anachronistic wooden space was a boy in a black uniform, a young man dressed in a coat, and a young man donned in white armor. The boy in the black uniform is Leo. His uniform color may be different, but there's no way I could forget that he's my classmate. However, the other two I haven't met, I think, yet also I think I have. My fuck. Oh my god. You see why I can't stream for too long. My foggy memory must mean that I was their acquaintance during the Holy Grail War. Here she is, here she is. Alright, you two together now. Good morning. Huh? Come on, you two, please work with me here. I thought I told you to give a cheerful, lively morning greeting, so much like a student that you feel dumb enough to doubt your own brain. Oops, I was pressing the wrong button. Let's take it from the top. 1, 2. Good morning, Frick.
Good morning.
Nice. Strong. Leo silently smiles, coercing me for something. Do I also have to give that embarrassing greeting? Ohayou gozaimasu!
はい、大変結構でした。善と明るい学生にふさわしいテンションです。
Good, that was very nice. A fitting tension for a student with a bright future.
やっぱり僕の見込んだ通りの女性でした。マンからに言うとマブですね。
Yep, yep. Frick, you're the woman I knew you were after all. We're totes Mabu.
ユリウス、つかぬことをお尋ねしますが、マブとは
Julius. A tangential question, but what is Mabu?
深い親愛を表す日本の専門用語だが、男と女につける場合で意味が異なる。
It's Japanese...
どこでそんな言葉を
It's Japanese jargon expressing deep affection, but its meaning depends on gender. Really, where did he... What did this just turn into? Leo and these two young men are playing out an entire skit. This classmate that I know. Leo never had such a friendly disposition, I'm pretty sure.
その様子からすると僕のことを覚えているようですね。
One moment. From the looks of it, it appears that you remember who I am.
では悪ふざけはここまでに。ご安心を。僕はあなたの知っている通りの冷静沈着なレオですから。
Let's end our little banter here. Worry not, Face. I can assure you I'm the calm, collected Leo you remember.
でも残念です。忘れているようならこれを機にキャラ替えをしたかったのですが。
But what a shame. If you had forgotten me, this would have been a great chance to change my persona. Should I point out how different he sounds from the old Leo when he says that? Persona 3 Reload?
では改めお待ちしていました。
Let me start over. I've been waiting for you, Face Frick.
はじめまして。
Face
僕
Frick.
はレオナルド・ビスタリオ・ハーウェイ。
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Leonardo Bastario Harway.
今更自己紹介もどうかと思いますが、この校舎で顔を合わせるのは初めてですから。
You may think it odd to have introductions at this point, but it's the first time we've met in this school building.
兄さん、ガウェイン。あなたたちも自己紹介を。
Brother, Gawain, introduce yourselves as well.
ユリウスだ。今はレオのサポートに徹している。
I'm Julius. Right now, I'm committed to supporting Leo.
サーバとガウェインです。その我が主は現在年相応の無邪気さを発散しています。
Servant, Gawain. My lord is currently exhibiting an innocence befitting his age.
ですので多少のわがままは多めに見ていただきますよう皆さんの寛容さを切実に期待します。
Thus, please excuse his slight selfishness. I sincerely hope that everyone will be tolerant. The person who called himself Julius, judging by Leo's manner of speech, seems to be Leo's older brother. They don't look alike at all, but maybe they're half-brothers. Julius seems to be a master, but I don't see a servant anywhere. I don't feel the presence of a servant nearby, nor the typical pressure of a master from Julius himself. Even... Oh, I misunderstood. I thought we were not acknowledging the fact that Gawain is Leo's servant. I have reading comprehension, I swear. Even if Julius' servant were to have the total disappearance skill, Julius himself wouldn't be able to hide his status. I click back in. For some reason, he's a master who lost his servant. On the other hand, it's apparent that Gawain is Leo's servant. His class is Saber. Of the servants summoned in this Holy Grail War, he's at the top of the ranks. For some reason, that's the one thing I can recall exactly.
失礼します。校内の全スキャン完了しました。校舎にはもう未発見のマスターはいないようです。
Excuse me, I've completed the full scan of the school building. There appears to be no more undiscovered masters. The girl from the infirmary, Sakura, enters the room. Leo nods, saying, "All right," then turns back to me. Now that's the Leo Biharwe I remember. The strongest master accompanied by the strongest servant. There's no erasing that fact, whether I remember the Holy Grail War or not.
状況から見て 彼女たちもどこかにいると思ったのですが、いないのでは諦めましょう。
Given the situation, I figured the girls would be here somewhere, but if they're not, then leave it be.
あなたに来てもらったのは他でもありません。この旧校舎。
Face Frick, I had you come here for a reason. From this old school building.
いえ、月の裏側からの脱出作戦に参加していただけないでしょうか。
No. Would you join us in our plan to escape from the far side of the moon? A plan to escape from the far side of the moon? Wait a second. I can't keep up with all these rapid new developments. What happened to the school building swallowed by the black noise? Why have I lost my memory? Where are we? If I can't at least get these 3 points cleared up, then I can't make a decision.
おや、さくらから説明は受けていないのですね。では僕の口から説明をしても。
Oh, you didn't receive an explanation from Sakura, I see. Would it be fine if I explained?
はい、お願いします。憶測ばかりなので AI である私には説明することができなくて。
Yes, please do. I can only speculate on all this, so an AI such as myself can't provide any explanations.
そうでした。AI は事実として判定された情報しかマスターに伝えられない。ムーンセルのかけた制限ですね。
Of course, an AI can only provide masters with information they've deemed to be true. A restriction from the moon cell, yes?
では、質問をどうぞ。
Alright then, Face. Please ask your questions. About the school swallowed by darkness. Ask about the school swallowed by darkness. Here's the scene I just saw Leo in. Leo, Shinji, and I were classmates. I explained how that after a sudden announcement, the people inside the school building were swallowed by darkness and disappeared.
学校でクラスメート同士だった。それは予選の延長ですね。おかしいな。僕とは違う。
We were classmates at school. That must be the extended preliminaries. Strange, it was different for me. Stop! The Shinji
う
praise.
ろ覚えではありますが、僕の場合は聖杯戦争の途中で黒いスライムに襲われ、気がついたらここにいました。
I only faintly remember, but I was attacked during the Holy Grail War by black slime. When I came to, I found myself here.
おそらく僕は校舎が襲われる前に予選を突破して、あなたのいた校舎から抜け出したのでしょう。
Probably before the school was attacked, I made it through the preliminaries and broke out of the school you were in, Face.
さくら、予選のシステムについて
Sakura,
僕の口から説明してもいいですか？
Sakura, may I explain the preliminary system?
問題ないと思います。もうここはシステムの外ですし、予選を突破していますから。
There's no issue, I think. We're outside of the system here, and Frick has made it through the preliminaries.
では遠慮なく。聖杯戦争には予選と本戦がありました。
Then I will. The Holy Grail War had a preliminary and a final
地
selection.
上から月にアクセスしたウィザードはまず記憶を奪われ、偽りのパーソナルを与えられます。
The wizards who accessed the moon from Earth first had their memories taken from them and then were given false personals.
何の変哲もない西暦2000年頃の学生。それが僕らに与えられたロールでした。覚えはあるでしょ？
An ordinary student from the year 2000. That's the role we were given. Do you remember? I see. That feeling of being suddenly abandoned by the world was due to me believing the role that the moon cell imposed on me was my current occupation.
その役割に違和感を覚え、本来の自分を取り戻したウィザードだけがマスターとしてサーバントを獲得します。
Only wizards who regained their true self after sensing discomfort in that role became masters and acquired servants.
サーバントと契約している以上、予選は突破していなければおかしい。
It'd be strange if you didn't pass the preliminaries since you're contracted to a servant.
ですから、僕と同じように本戦であの黒いアンノウンに襲われたはずです。
That's why I would have
その記憶はないんですか？
I'm jumping the gun. I'm sorry. I gotta be patient. That's why I would have expected you to have been attacked during the final selection just like me. Do you not remember? No. I only remember the day-to-day of the preliminaries, that abyssal darkness, and my servant who kept calling out to me.
いいでしょうか、レオさん。
May I, Leo?
レオさんはこちらに落ちてからすぐに目覚めましたけど、ずっと眠っていたから。
After Leo fell here, he woke immediately, but since Face was asleep for so long,
昏睡状態の時、レオさんの言う黒いアンノウンにずっと魂を囚われていたことになります。
it means that while you were comatose, what Leo calls the Black Unknown had been holding your soul captive for a long time.
ですから、 憶を完全に消された、逃れてしまったのではないでしょうか。
Thus, while you were afflicted by the long nightmare, your memories of the final selection were erased. Swallowed, perhaps?
彼女が語った予選は本当の予選ではなく、以前あった現実と夢が混ざり合った捏造された予選の可能性が高いです。
The preliminaries you spoke of were a mix of dreams and a reality that once was. Likely, those preliminaries were fabricated. Fabricated preliminaries? Then, that Shinji and Leo were both just dreams? No, since each character's default configuration was reproduced from my past memories, then was just the final sight of the school building being swallowed a dream? Even so, there was that fall at the end. The chill of that empty darkness was definitely no dream.
きっとそれが原因です。あなたは聖杯戦争中に怪物に捕まって今まで閉じ込められていた。
That has to be it, Frick. You were captured by a monster during the Holy Grail War and were imprisoned until now.
夢の中で見た黒い空間はそのあなたを飲み込んだ怪物の体内みたいなものです。
The black space you saw in your dream was the inside of the monster that swallowed you. Something like that. Something like that. Inside of a monster? That endlessly stretching space devoid of amusements? This is the electronic ocean. Maybe that's what it's like to be taken in as data by another being, but it's sounding increasingly repulsive. We were caught by a monster possessing that kind of darkness.
では質問をどうぞ。
Questions. My lost memory. I asked about why I've lost my memory.
それはお前だけの話ではない。レオも校舎にいる他のマスターたちも同じだ。
It's not just you. Leo and the rest of the masters in this building suffer the same.
はい。僕たちは全員聖杯戦争中の記憶を失っています。
Yes, all of us have lost the memories of the Holy Grail War.
覚えているのは自分のサーバントと戦いの中で知り合った人々のデータだけ。
I only remember my servant and the data of those I fought in battle.
例えば僕の場合、まだ負けていないことは断言できますが、何回戦まで進んでいたのかはよく思い出せない。
I, for example, can confirm that I hadn't lost yet, but I don't know how many rounds I got through.
また、自分でもどうかと思うぐらい関心があるのですが、その関心を持った理由を忘れています。
Also, I have an admittedly concerning interest in you, Face, but I've forgotten the reason for that interest.
お恥ずかしい話ですが、私も同様です。おそらくあなたのサーバントもそうでしょう。
I'm embarrassed to say that the same applies to me, likely for your servant as
マ
well.
スターであるレオとの出来事は覚えていますが、それ以外のことは明確に思い出せない。
I recall all that I've done with my master, Leo, but I cannot clearly recall anything else.
はい、マスターの皆さんは予選を突破した直後の1回戦序盤の精神記憶状態に戻ってしまったんです。
Yes, right after passing the preliminaries, the master's mental states and memories reverted to that of the first round.
それに加えて長い昏睡状態だったから。
And because Frick was in such a long coma, I had a worse case of memory loss, more so than Leo and the others. So basically, I can't recall any sequence of events from the Holy Grail War or my background as a wizard. It was obvious, but the truth of it still sent a chill down my spine. The fear that only I had lost my memories has died down, but nevertheless, not being able to recall who I used to be leaves me terribly uncomfortable.
兄さん、何か意見でも？
Brother, do you have some comment for Face?
いや、特にはない。俺も記憶を思い起こしていたところだ。
No, nothing really. I was also trying to remember something.
そういえば、彼女はどんな窮地でもこんな態度だったなと。随分昔の出来事のようだ。
Now that you ask, this girl always acted like this in any pinch. Seems like something happened long ago.
とにかく僕らが記憶を失ったこととこの旧校舎にいることは関係があるはずです。
In any case, there must be a connection between our lost memories and being in this old school building.
不自然に消えた記憶は不自然な状況を解析すれば戻るのが道理でしょう。
Logically, our abnormally lost memories should return to us if we analyze this abnormal situation.
では質問をどうぞ。
About where we are. Where are we? Is this unfamiliar wooden school building a part of the Seraph?
して僕たちがいた領域ではありません。ここは月の裏側、聖杯戦争の外です。
It's part of the Seraph, but it's not where we were before. It's not where we were before. This is the far side of the moon, a place outside the Holy Grail War.
セラフはムーンセルが聖杯戦争を進めるために構築した仮想空間でした。
The Seraph is a virtual reality constructed by the Moon Cell to advance the Holy Grail War.
ですがここはムーンセルの目が届かないいわば法の死角です。
However, the Moon Cell can't see us here. We're in a blind spot of the law, so to speak.
ガウェイン、例のものを
Gawain, bring it up.
どうぞレオ。
こんなこともあろうかとワクテカ図面を用意しておきました。
Thinking this might happen, I prepared my WKTK diagram.
レオ、ワクテカというのは精神状態を表すスラングであって図面の用語では。
Leo, WKTK is a slang that expresses one's mental state. It's not diagram terminology.
ワクテカ図面です兄さん。
It's a WKTK diagram, brother.
兄さんだってここの表記はプロポーショナル体よりゴシック体の方がクールだとか盛り上がってたじゃないですか。
You're the one who got riled up, saying that a gothic font for this diagram would look cooler than a proportional font here, no?
あれは分かりやすさの追求だ。ブリーフィングでは時にスタイリッシュなものが好まれる。
I was looking to make it easier to read. I like the occasional style in briefings.
なるほど。僕が言うのもなんですが、兄さんが指揮していたチームは14ばかりだったんですね。
I see. I hate to say this, but weren't the teams you commanded over just 14-year-old students in that school?
と話を戻しましょう。この図解にあるように、現在僕らは月の裏側にいます。
Well, let's get back on topic. As shown in the diagram, we're currently on the far side of the moon.
聖杯戦争は月の表側で行われているものです。
The Holy Grail War... The Holy Grail War happens over in the near side of the moon. Basically, we fell from the near side to the far side. Actually, that unknown black noise dropped us over to the far side.
そう考えるのが自然でしょう。さくら、説明を。
That's naturally how to think of it. Sakura, please explain.
はいですね、ここはムーンセルの裏側。本来ならムーンセルが使用しないと封印した情報倉庫なんです。
So, this is the far side of the moon cell. Originally, this was a sealed information warehouse not to be used.
ムーンセルは光を記憶媒体にした物質に頼らない記録装置ですが、ここはその光が入り乱れた高次元。
The moon cell is a recorder that uses light to store and doesn't rely on matter, but this is a high dimension where that light is jumbled.
惑星情報や虚数すらソースとして成立する世界の外です。
Malignant information and even imaginary numbers materialize as sources here. This is a place outside the world. Space.
ムーンセル中枢が光を閉じ込めている式典の檻なら、ここは虚数でできた打点の庭。
If the moon cell's core is a light trap and cage of the faithful, then this is a garden of the fallen made of imaginary numbers.
知性を持つ生命は決して入ってはいけない絶対禁断領域です。私たち上級 AI も裏側には入れませんでした。
An absolutely forbidden area where intelligent life must never enter. Even us advanced AI are unable to enter the far side. God damn it.
まあ、もう僕たちが入っちゃってるんで、絶対も禁断もありませんけどね。
Well, since we're here now, it's not very absolute or forbidden, is it? Leo lets out a cheerful ha ha ha. Next to him, Gawain and Julius wear grim expressions. However, seeing that they're deliberately not complaining means that they've embraced Leo's sudden change in attitude. This is just my guess, but maybe Leo, now freed from his status, wants to live this kind of life as a student, or has always wanted to.
とにかく、そんな危険な領域で僕たちは目を覚ました。
At any rate, we've woken in a dangerous area.
私たち NPC も同様です。本戦でマスターの皆さんと一緒に飲み込まれ、生き残った者が後者に残されています。
The same happened to us NPCs. We were consumed along with the masters in the final selection. Those who survived are left. The far side of the moon. This is the first I've heard of such a space, but certainly the Holy Grail War is a journey from the surface of the moon to its center. Since the moon is circular, it wouldn't be strange for another stage to be behind the core. The question is probably whether we can leave here or not.
そうですね。この急行車は安全のようですが、それもいつまで安全なのか保証はない。
Are you guys understanding? Is this all clear to you? True, this old school building appears safe, but there's no proof as to how long that'll last.
加えて、校舎の外はあの暗い海です。僕たちでは触れた瞬間に消滅するでしょう。
And more, the outside of the school building is a black ocean. We'll probably disintegrate the moment we touch it.
これで状況は理解できましたね。さて、そこで僕からの質問です。
Before he asks his questions, we are going to be right back. I'm going to do the usual, kill the ads. You get the fucking gist. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back. Let's continue, exposition, I guess. So, now you understand the situation. Now then, time for my questions.
月の裏側、失われた記憶、謎の急行車、出口のない世界、取り残された我々。
On the far side of the moon, lost memories, the mystery of the old school building, an exitless world, those of us that are left.
この状況で僕らがするべきことは何でしょうか。
In these circumstances, what should we do? Escape? It's obvious. No matter what circumstance we're in, we have to get back to the Holy Grail War. I've yet to recover anything, the memories of who I am, how I joined in this battle, the ideals I have for obtaining the Holy Grail. I'm still empty.
だろうな。聖杯戦争では敵同士であっても、この状況では手を組まざるを得ない。
I bet. Regardless of if we were enemies during the Holy Grail War, we have to help each other now.
お前は、そういう女だ。
That's the kind of woman you are.
そうですね。それが一番正しい目的です。
I agree, that's the best goal.
キャスターさんも今の言葉を聞いたら喜びます。
Castor would be delighted to hear this, I'm sure.
期待以上の返答です。これで共同戦線の開始ですね。
An answer above my expectations. This begins our united front.
聖杯戦争に復帰するまで、いえ、月の裏側から脱出するまで、僕たちは仲間です。
Until we return to the Holy Grail
で
War.
は改めて。
No, until we escape from the far side of the moon. We're allies.
では改めて。レオビー・ハーウェイの名のもとに、つくみはら生徒会の発足を宣言します。
Now then, in the name of Leo Bastario Harway, I declare here the founding of the Sumukihara Academy Student Council. His declaration was filled with strong determination. I'm not so sure about the name, but under this commander, we can overcome any hardship. He's enough to inspire our hope of such.
しかし、まず第一の問題があります。これをクリアできなければ、脱
This,
出プランを練ることすら不可能でしょう。
this song is fucking groovy. However, we have our first issue. If we don't clear it, we won't even be able to work out an escape plan.
誠に言いづらいのですが、人数が足りないのです。
It's very difficult to say this, but we could use a few more people. Huh?
会長の僕、秘書の兄さん、ジーヤのガゲイン、そしてショムしかいないではありませんか。
We only have me, the president, my brother, the secretary, Gawain, the old manservant, and face of general affairs. That's my title. It's me, face of general affairs.
これでは僕が夢見た生徒会とは呼べない。いや、呼んでいいはずがない。
I can't call this the student council I've always dreamed of. No, how could I call it so?
生徒会というのはもっと華やかで、青春の匂いで満ちていて、トラブルが多発するものなのです。
Student councils are far more brilliant, filled with the aroma of youth, constantly causing trouble.
その通りです、我が君。どのような品種であれ、花が増えるのは良いことかと。
Quite so, my lord. I was thinking that adding more flowers would look nice, whatever the kind.
そういうことですので、生徒会メンバーを見繕ってきてください。少なくとも副会長と書記の2人は必須です。
With this being the case, please scout some more members. At the very least, I would say a vice president and a secretary are required.
校舎には僕たちと同じ境遇のマスターが何人かいますから、有能そうな人を片っ端からスカウトしてきてください。
Some masters are in the same boat as us, are in the building, so please scout top to bottom for talented people. Talk ends there. Leo's first order is to recruit. He says I need to help launch the student council by finding other masters in the school building and then persuading them to join. Is this really a good idea, Leo? I'll be assisting everyone from here on out, specifically as an OS that executes and supports President Leo's operations. Currently, I'm using Root to also serve as the main CPU that makes up the old school building. Thus, regretfully, I have the infirmary closed.
バッチリです。
In case of an emergency, I'll open the infirmary right back up if anyone needs it, so please don't worry. What's up? I shall introduce myself once more. I am my king, Leo's servant. My name is Gawain.
実に喜ばしい。
We clashed in the Holy Grail War, but this is the far side of the moon. The same aim, let us be passing as good comrades.
まったく。
You may think Leo's an imposter, but that there, without a doubt, is the real thing. Just trust me on this.
楽しくなってきましたね。
First thing to do is recruit. We can't have rich student council activities without talented members. It may be, no, it is mundane, but it's also a critical duty. I hope to see your splendid persuasive skills in action, Face. Variety of information is displayed here. It's really tough to read from this close up. It would help to back up a bit, I guess.
ったく。
Alright. Exposition dumped. Oh, hey.
お前よかった。ようやく話がわかるやつが出てきたよ。
What? That you, Frick? Oh, thank God. Finally someone who gets what I'm talking about. As soon as he sees me, Shinji's face starts to glow. He's barely said anything yet, but just from his gestures I could tell that he's the same Shinji Mato I saw in the previous school building. Even if that previous school building was a dream I had, the actors in that dream were projections of those that I had met in the real preliminaries. It's safe to say that Shinji has the same personality as I remember.
で、君もあれかい？気がついたらこの校舎にいた口だろ？なあ、出口らしきものを見なかったか？
So, same thing for you? When you came to, you found yourself in the school building? Hey, have you seen any sort of exit? I answer Shinji's question with a shake of my head. I explained that I had just woken up in this old school building, so I'd yet to see an exit.
眠っていた？どこで？は？保健室だって？
Sleeping?
へえ、
Where?
そんなところあったんだ。
Huh, the infirmary? They have one of those here? It's a school building, motherfucker.
来た途端寝込むとか、ボンクラな君らしいけど、期待を外さない三流ぶりだね。
Well, your dim-witted self would jump into bed as soon as you got here. You never fail to be third-rate. I won the last Grail War. Shinji talks the same way he usually does. I know he's saying rude things, but I don't feel any animosity towards him. It looks like I've gotten too used to his elitism and self-consciousness from my dream. Also, Shinji really is brilliant despite how he looks. Just like Leo asked of me, let's try scouting him for the student council.
はあ？生徒会？ここから脱出するために協力してチームを組む？
Yeah, he strikes me as a team player. Huh? Student council? Team up and work together so we can escape from here?
はっ、お断りだね。生徒会なんてくだらないよ。みんな仲良くで脱出するなら勝手にやってれば？
No way, a student council isn't worth a damn. If everyone wants to get all chummy and escape, then go right on ahead.
僕は天才だからね。凡人たちとは組まないのさ。誰の手も借りないよ。
I'm a genius, you know. I don't work with commoners. I won't ask for anyone's help either.
だいたいレオがいたってのも初耳だ。僕、あいつ嫌いなんだよね。余裕しゃくしゃくで偉そうだし。
More importantly, this is the first I've heard of Leo being here. I despise that guy, so smug, all cool and calm.
レオがいなくなって僕が会長だって言うなら考えてやるよ。それまで近寄らないでくれる？
If Leo got the boot and I'd be made president, I'd consider it. Until then, don't come to me for anything, okay? He ended up rejecting me. But just what does Shinji think he's going to do all on his own? I know he's not great at making friends, but I don't think it's smart to act tough in a situation like this.
ご心配どうも。いらないお世話だよ。いつだって僕は一人だしね。ゲームはソロプレイが一番さ。
Thanks for the concern that I don't need. I always go at it alone. Games are best played solo.
それよりさ、聖杯戦争のことを覚えているのかい？
Let's put that aside, Frick. Do you remember the Holy Grail War? I answer by saying that I can't recall anything. I feel like I made it through several rounds with my servant, but so long as I don't know who or how I fought, I have nothing to tell Shinji. The only real feeling I have is the firm bond I have with Caster.
サーバント？お前、サーバント連れているのか？
Huh? A servant? You have a servant with you? Obviously, being a master and all, I reply. Shinji's astonishment was closer to fear than confusion. I ask about Shinji's servant, and...
いないよ。どうも。ここに来るときにはぐれたみたいだ。ま、聖杯戦争に戻ればすぐ帰ってくるさ。
Gone. Apparently we got separated on the way here. Well, once I return to the Holy Grail War, she'll come back to me.
そうだ。早くここから抜け出して聖杯戦争に戻らないと。マスターがいないんだ。バカなりにあの女も心細いだろうし。
That's right. I need to hurry up and get back to the Holy Grail War. Her master's not there. That woman must be lonely in some dumb way.
それに、聖杯戦争は続行中だろうしね。 7日以内に決戦場に行かないと不戦敗で負けになっちゃうの知ってるだろ？
Besides, I'm sure the Holy Grail War is still on. If you're not on the final battlefield in 70 days, you lose by default, right? A 7-day period, a final battlefield, a loss by absence. When I heard that, I remembered it too. The Holy Grail War is a tournament with 7 rounds. First, an opponent is decided for you. After 7 days of preparation, you go to the battlefield and fight the enemy master. Those are the rules. Naturally, losing this fight means elimination. Not reaching the final battlefield is also defeat. And the loser gets...
負けたら死ぬっていうやつだろ?
When you lose, you die, right? Die in the game, you die in real life.
いざとなったらログアウトすればいいだけの話さ。古臭い脅し文句だよ。
Ridiculous. Worst comes to worst, all you have to do is log out. It's an old scare tactic. Sure, that could be how the final selection of the Holy Grail War is. Worst comes to worst, you can just drop your connection and return to your body on Earth. However, they say that not a single wizard who went up to the moon has ever returned from that cyberspace. And the real problem is that we're in the school building, unable to get out.
何暗い顔してんだよ。この校舎だけ地上と回線が繋がっていないだけだろ。
What's with that gloomy look on your face? There's probably just no connection between here and the surface.
このストラクチャから別の領域に出ればすぐに回線も戻る。そうに決まってる。
If we leave the structure and go to some other area, we'll reconnect in a flash, definitely.
何？ムーンセルは神の頭脳なんだろ？ならすぐに助けをよこすさ。
What? The moon cell is a brain of God, right? Then it'll help us soon enough.
なぜって？ここに最大の優勝候補である僕がいるんだからね。 運営側がスターを放っておくはずがないだろ?
After all, the biggest contender, me, is here. Management wouldn't abandon a star, now would they? Shinji, you die in the first week, I'm pretty sure. I killed you. Oh, damn. What's up, NPCs? I figured he should decide the plan for our first date, but a movie, it's like, what do I do if it's boring? Hey, for first dates pretty much always have to be the movies, right? Huh? This is the far side of the moon? We're trapped here? What the hell? That's hilarious. So basically you're saying we're special. Alright, I'm suddenly feeling motivated. I'm gonna be the dating king. You're a master, right? So it really wasn't just us management NPCs that got dragged into this. Losing a master here would impede the Holy Grail War. I ask that you act calmly. Like you all, when we woke up, we found ourselves here. I wonder how much of all of this the moon cell is aware of. They say this is the far side of the moon? What drivel? Drivel? There's no way the moon cell would allow such waste. Probably Father Kotomine's doing. There's no doubt that he enjoys tormenting humans. What up? Oh, you're... Oh wait, you said something new? But I'm worried about this cessation of orders from the moon cell. Could it really be that? Man. Ah, everyone has that cowardly NPC look on their face. Where have all the self-respecting masters gone? I see this world has come to loathe heroic men such as my humble self. Oh, surely this is mass extinction! Mass extinct... yeah. I struggle with normal words, man. Don't make me read those. I implore you, O gods of Buddha. Wait, I implore you, O gods and Buddha, please bestow me with trials and tribulations. Specifically, bestow a bloodthirsty Shura, or a very bloodthirsty Shura. If not, then an extremely bloodthirsty Shura.
このままではモンジ癒されすぎて骨抜きになってしまいます。
At least one good foe worthy of fighting. At this rate, I, Manji, will be so soothed that my backbone will fall out. I desperately try to remember. The person making a racket before me is clearly a master. If this guy were an NPC, I would be complaining to his maker. But I just can't remember his name. Though I've seen him before, I may have never actually talked to or fought him. Oh, he looks awesome. You're a master. That's undoubtedly the presence of a servant. And now he's noticed me. If I keep ignoring him, it seems like he'll just follow me around, so let's just answer honestly. Just as I thought. When I saw you, I noticed the ferociousness in your eyes. Truly a Cupid in hell indeed. My name is Manji Gato. I've navigated through many flavors of theology, attained many truths. I am a super-seeking monk, I am. I say, but in here I am the same as you, a mere master. Together in the fight, the strife. Well, I have no servant, though. No servant? Is that even possible in the Holy Grail lore? No servant means you were defeated. And being defeated means... Well, about that. My god left me a revelation. I'm not actually a god, and then departed. Even the posture of this primordial golden goddess was wilden. Just so you know, I combined wild and golden there. After I came to, I found myself all alone in this pink school. Since then, I've been too bored and destructive for my own good. He's pretty much in the same boat as Leo and I. Gato, he seems like a pain in the neck, but right now we need all the help we can get. I'll try inviting him to join the student council. Oh, the masters are making an escape plan, you say? You all feel like getting out of here? Of course, I immediately reply. We're trapped here. Obviously, we're going to think about getting out of here as soon as possible. Haven't thought about escaping. Lass. Somo-san. Somo-san? Answer with Seppa. Somo-san means I'm going to ask you a question. Seppa tells me that you're ready. We'll leave that aside for now. Lass, what do you think of this place? I think it's an antiquated school building dyed in an evening glow in a complete contrast to the original school building. That's probably all there is to say. I'm fond of the school building more so than the other one. The sun sets, cherry blossoms flutter in the sky. On the roof, in the schoolyard, yes, lots of cherry blossoms and not much else. Yet, there isn't a single dangerous area here. Outside seems uninhabited, but the school building is filled with good thoughts. And there's no concept of time. If you can spend hours without any days passing, then this place is Shangri-La or Dragon King Palace. I'm surprised, that's one way to look at it. Like it says, the school building is safe for the time being. Even if this is the far side of the moon, detached from the normal world, there might be no danger in staying here. Stop throwing words at me! I shall not choose a place of asceticism. A new world, rather, sends my heart athrob. This is an agreeable place to train. I see, so I guess that's why he's been spewing nothing but nonsense so far. Gato doesn't seem like he wants to escape. I don't expect him to join the student council then. I'll go look for someone else who's capable. No, I'll join the student council. This isn't the Holy Grail War, so it would be shameful for a warrior to refuse to help when asked. Hey, didn't he say before that he was a monk? You say Grachi? Your quips are like flashing lightning. Grachi! Where there's a will, there's a way. Surely this is Providence. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Once I gather up my belongings, I'll meet up with you. Now then, look forward to my great efforts. That guy's awesome. And he's gone. For now, I got one person to cooperate. Yippee! Oh, you're okay. I'm glad. You're safe. I'm the manager NPC tasked with explaining the system. Thank you for having me. If you keep staring so much, it's embarrassing. Frick, my friend, help me out. Let me see your English notes later. I knocked out during classes. Frick, you joining the after-school study group too? I volunteered. You can get further there than by studying alone. That kind of talk is pointless now. I'm also an NPC prepared by the Moon Cell. My default settings are brightest in his class, quick-witted, and also well-mannered. Though, none of those are worth anything here. Even if it says I'm capable, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Oh, a new survivor? Ah, you're the one that girl Sakura sheltered in the infirmary. Oh, what? When you woke up, the world completely changed and you reverted to level 1? Don't worry, don't worry. The Moon Cell will start bringing everything under control before you know it. I don't know. We seem in an uncharted territory here. Water. I need water. Student council. There's nothing this way, right? It's a closet. Yep. Oh. Hello. Good lady. Oh my, we meet once again, Face. I'm pretty sure this woman is... Oh yeah, Taiga Fujimoto? This was the previous school building's new teacher. Since she was a teacher, I figured she was part of management, an NPC prepared by the Moon Cell. But she may be a master, too. Taiga Fujimoto, you say? How peculiar. I don't remember ever calling myself by such a charming name. The nun cast her eyes down, looking troubled. As I thought, Taiga Fujimoto doesn't seem to be her name, so her real name is... My name is Kiriata... Fuck. Kiara Session. Kiara Session. My name is Kiara Session. I had the role of teacher in the preliminaries. That's when I met you, Face, right? This lady, Kiara, smiles gracefully. Her gaze is warm, as if she's grateful from the bottom of her heart to meet me again. Despite the entire situation we're in, her gaze makes me unconsciously blush. Oh, but when casters, like, look at my titties, we're like, but we're both girls! Whatever. I'm truly glad, however. I made my peace when I was attacked by the black noise, but you made it out safely. Hold on a second. Just now, did she say attacked by the black noise? Yes, consumed along with the school and the preliminaries. Luckily, I'm fine, as you can see. I'm still in one piece. If you doubt whether this is a dream or reality, then would you like to touch me and find out? Go on, no need to hesitate. Kiara's chaste clothes rustle as she holds out one hand. She may not be aware of it, but her gestures are excessively soft and feminine. Men are a given, but even women would be captivated by her. No, I need to calm down. This isn't the time for this. What's important is that we both went through the same ordeal. Kiara was also in that school building and was swallowed by the black noise. Yes, all because of this attire, I fell over while running and sadly sunk into the black mud. From the first floor hall, I called out to you as you went towards the stairs. Do you remember that? I shook my head no. I see, in that moment, Kiara was also asking for help. The reality is that she was left in that building and ultimately no one came to rescue her. Assailed with guilt, I unconsciously lowered my eyes in shame. No, it's alright. Please don't blame yourself too harshly. That was your best option at the time. Don't blame yourself too harshly, but like, blame yourself a little bit. Besides, you regret more than makes up for it. You cared enough to feel regret over my loss, someone you only ever spoke to once before. With a thank you, Kiara Session expresses heartfelt appreciation towards Face Frick, who had abandoned her. A warmth rises in my chest. Even if her words were just concern over my sense of guilt, her wholehearted gratitude was genuine. She gently smiles as if embracing the behavior and personality of another person. Kiara's modest conduct is seldom seen in everyday life. Someone like this will definitely join the student council. Believing that, I explain about Leo in the student council. In the student council, you say? Certainly, if leaving is the goal, the best thing would be for everyone to work together. However, I apologize, I cannot join the student council. No way! The other masters are one thing, but for her to refuse joining is... There's no way I can accept this without an explanation. The reason is plain to see. Leo, you, and the others are earnestly and entirely devoted to escaping. Mixing in someone who has no desire to leave would impact your morale. I don't want to soil your determination with such a trivial thing, Face. I'm very sorry, but please leave me be. Kiara lowers her eyes sorrowfully. I understand how much she's concerned for me, so much that it hurts. But she doesn't want to leave? What could that be all about?
心が折れたと申しましょうか。
Perhaps I could say that in accepting that which is impossible, my heart has been broken.
これでも自分なりに脱出を試みました。しかし私の力ではできて外へ穴を開ける程度。
Though I say that, I have tried escaping in my own way. However, with my power, all I can do is open a rift to the outside.
外に出た瞬間、私の力では形を保てず消滅するでしょう。
The moment I stop pausing for so long, I don't know Japanese. The moment I step outside, my power will not preserve my form, and I will likely be deleted. The same for my servant.
私では力不足なのです。ですが、レオさんやあなたのサーバントなら、あるいは
I'm not strong enough. However, maybe if Leo's or your servant tries, perhaps you can.
その時、もしあなたが脱出する時、何の苦しみもなく私を置き去りにしていけますか？
When that happens, when you escape, Face, will you abandon me here without a second thought? I mean, I don't know you, and wanna stay.
あなたは迷ってしまうでしょう。力なき者を見捨てるご自分の弱さに。それは二重に残酷なこと。
I will not leave her on the basis of we need more words like magnifimate. I'm sure you'll hesitate due to being unable to abandon those who are powerless. That would be a twofold tragedy.
私は足手まといにはなりたくはないのです。
I don't want to become a burden on you, Face.
そう、悲しそうな顔はしないで。ご安心を。この校舎だってそう悪いものではありませんから。
Don't look so sad. There's no need to worry. After all, this school building isn't such a sad place. Or a bad place, even.
私たちを閉じ込めたものが何かは存じません。ですが、これほどのリソースを持っているにもかかわらず、私たちを放任している。
I don't know who trapped us here, yet despite having this many resources at their disposal, they're leaving us alone.
それは寛大な心があるということではないでしょうか。あの校舎での一件も同じです。
This means they have a generous heart, does it not? The same happened in the other school building.
私は九死に一生を得ました。ここにいる者たちはその何者かの情けで見逃されているのです。
I narrowly escaped death. Those here now were let go out of that someone's pity. Yada makes a fair point. However, no one can say for sure how long that someone's generous heart will last. And anyway, isn't it a stretch to say they let us go and they trapped us here?
それはごもっともですので、私は生徒会の皆さんを否定はしませんし、応援したく思います。
That is quite so. Thus, I won't reject everyone of the student council. I think I will support you.
ただ、私の力が足りないだけなのです。きっと最後の最後で私は皆様の足かせになってしまうでしょう。
Still, I lack power. I'm sure that, in the very end, I'll end up hindering everyone.
そうならないよう距離を取っておきたいのです。先ほど私を助けられなかっただけで心を痛めたあなたのような人とは。
To avoid that, I'll keep my distance, just like now, avoiding people like you who grieve simply for not rescuing me. I have no choice but to back off if she says that. No one understands the master and servant's ability better than the master themselves. It would be irresponsible for me, a stranger, to interject if Kiara herself says she's not strong enough.
本当に困った人ですね。そんな顔をなさらないで。
You really are a troublesome one. Please don't make that face.
あなたは私のような女とは違うようです。言わずとも感じております。あなたには清廉な意志がある。
You're not like me, it seems. I don't need to be told so to see that. Your intentions are pure. What are your intentions, then?
この 結晶院キアラ、未だ自分の命のみを優先する不徳の身ですが、陰ながら応援させていただきますね。
I, Kiara Session, am still so depraved that I prioritize only my own life, but I shall support you covertly.
聞いていましたか、アンデルセン。
Did you hear that, Anderson?
3問以下の言葉ですが、あなたの批評も何かの役には立ちましょう。この方たちに助言をして差し上げなさい。
Your criticism may prove useful, paltry as it is. Won't you give these individuals some advice? Kiara called her servant not by class, but by their hidden true name. That's the one thing which must be concealed throughout the Holy Grower, above all else, a servant's true name. And she spoke it without no issue. Ah, it makes sense. She's truly given up on going back alive. She's showing her hand to me, someone who would have eventually become her enemy, because she doesn't want to return to the Holy Grail lore. Child. A young boy appears. One could say he looks handsome, yet in his eyes are the shadows of bitter despair. Hans Christian Andersen, famous for The Little Mermaid and The Little Match Girl, one of the world's 3 greatest fairy tale writers. Were the fairy tales I heard at bedtime so many times really written by this young boy? What's your voice? Why is that your voice? Oh. He hit puberty, good on him. As introduced, I'm the third-rate servant, Anderson. Why does he sound like that? No need to bother mentioning my class, since befitting this awful master, I'm a vulgar heroic spirit. But what a shockingly ordinary face you have. No anguish, no sorrow, just someone cast out of this world, playing the victim. Very nice, not bad at all. Exactly how a clown should look. They say idiocy is a sin, but a toss out of society is fortuitous for the mediocre. Now you can enjoy good and evil. Ma'am, did you call out your servant just for him to talk shit? What's happening here? Now that's a decent life. We're all born from the womb and can see only and can only laugh at the world's ugliness, see? What's with that look? What, not looking for criticism? You want advice? Morons, say so from the start. I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Don't trust others. Don't trust women. Avoid this woman especially, at least. Flesh, words, thoughts, outcomes. These are all poison to the ordinary person. Curiosity killed the cat, as they say. The sermons of the holy are unbearable to the masses. If they come out of this woman, they're even harder to bear. Alright guys, we can't trust women. Enough. Once your mouth opens, it's all horrible things. All I did was confess to my lack of will and ability to resolve all of this. Anderson, perhaps the inside of a box does suit you better than being outside.
そして走り出したが最後、この俺の悪質は止まらんぞキアラ。
All I did was speak when you told me to speak, and once I take off, my scribble scrabbles don't stop, Kiara.
このボンプどもを導けと命じたのは貴様だ。俺は辛辣に真実を語る。歯に絹つけた言い回しでは薬にもならん。
You're the one who ordered me to guide these commoners. I don't mince words. Beating around the bush doesn't help anyone.
その人間の価値、ひたすらにこき下ろしてやろう。
I will disparage that person's worth as best I can.
またその言葉ですか。あなたとはそれなりに長いですが、人間に値をつけるのはいけないと言っているでしょ。
Again with that talk. We've been together for a while now. Haven't I been telling you not to attribute worth to people?
事実を口にするのが俺の仕事だ。いいか、人間の命には価値がある。お前はその価値を浪費している。毒不明。
Speaking that truth is my job. Listen, a person's life has value. You squander that value, she-devil.
お前もだ、若きマスターよ。
The same applies to you, young master. He looks to me with a discerning gaze, as if appraising me. He doesn't look like a young boy. He has a mature presence.
お前はお前の物語の主役のつもりだろう。ああ、それは真実だ。
You intend on being the lead in your own story, right? Yes, that's the truth.
だがその舞台はいつあろう、目も当てられない打作で終わる。
But that stage will one day appear, and your story will end as an unbearable trash.
人は誰しもが主役だが、名演をこなし名作として幕を下ろせるのは一握りの勝者だけだ。
Everyone is a lead actor, but only a few winners can pull off a great performance and bring the curtain down on a masterpiece.
故に止まるな、浪費するな、空費するな。
Therefore, do not stop, do not squander, do not waste.
望みを果たしたいなら、こんなところで批評家の声など聞くなということだ。さっさと馬車馬のように働け、三流ども。
If you want to realize your dreams, don't sit here listening to a critic's voice. Get out there and work like a mule, you third-rate.
こういうサーバントですけど、仲良くしてあげてくださいね。根は素直ないい人なんですよ。
You see what kind of servant he is, but please be nice to him. Deep down, he's an honest and good person. Is that so? If Kiara hadn't smoothed things out, right about now, Castor would have probably jumped out and started hurling insults. I'm surprised she didn't sooner. We'd let him talk shit for a while. Anyway, Kiara turned down joining the student council, but will cooperate as much as possible. She might change her mind with time. For now, I'll settle for this. What? You still need something from me?
傑作だな、バカめ。
To be this infatuated with me, are you one of those, an eager wannabe? I won't teach you the secret to writing. The kind of people who teach others their craft are no different from idiots.
申し訳ありません。
I apologize, but I cannot join the student council. However, if there's anything else I can do, then I'll support you for as much as I can, Face.
傑作だな、バカめ。
You look like quite the sucker, Face Frick. She's a hypocrite and uses that to butter people up.
アンデルセン、
Enough, Anderson. That is all you ever talk about. He probably has a point. I've been trying to access the management server for a while now, but it keeps failing. This is bad. I've never seen this before. Nope, nope. Oh, you said something else? Can't contact the moon cell, but that also means that there won't be any periodic checkups from the moon cell. Could that then possibly mean... Could one say that we've been freed from the moon cell? I don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to... Oh yeah, I'll talk from behind. I give up. We're unable to go back to the old school building. We've been fully isolated. We're like a ship stuck in a gravitational field. How is the moon cell going to respond to this situation, I wonder? She's been shaking ever since she woke up. She seems worried. I'm just a low-level NPC, but maybe I can be helpful in some way, even if it's just by staying by your side. It's not like we can leave anyway. Resisting is pointless. We can't defy that power. You're a master, right? Then let me tell you a bit about servants. You become a master for the first time by contracting with a servant. The master provides their servant with prana, magical energy, and then the servant fights for their master. In a way, master and servant, though a master and servant relationship, it can be said that they are of equal standing. Prize the sports and recreation section. Book on servant fights, no books. Medical science section. News for a book on medicine when we're here in cyberspace. Light novels targeted toward the general public. Keywords like Demon Lord or Little Sister stand out. Look, a book about sparkly vampires. Various literary works. I picked one up. It's the collected works of an author named Bungo. The story follows a protagonist who enters oh my god, I almost said enters a girl, who encounters a girl while studying abroad. Oh. Shelves comprise the geography and history sections. Felt I understood a bit more about the conflict between the Holy Church and the Mage Association last century and its consequences. Plants and wildlife. Looking at the cute little critters and the visage of wild animals gives me fuzzy feelings inside. Politics and economics. Politics. Says that the modern era's economic situation is a conspiracy by the Western European plutocracy. This reeks of foul play. Philosophy and language sections. I tried to read one, but the books here are incomprehensible gibberish to an average person. Alright. I don't think the infirmary is open. Yep. Restroom seems like a good place to meet people, I don't know. Oh, this doesn't look like a classroom, but it seems accessible. Since it's not locked, I'll go in since I'm already looking around. Janako? Yep. Oh, in the year 1970 was the 1999 overcount incident, which caused occultism to have a price collapse. Like the oil crisis, I guess. This led to each and every magus modernizing, eh? Well, it's got nothing to do with me. In any case, take a look at this comfort. By using the school's dead space, I get all my necessities for free. Cool, we brought this song back. I'm really glad. No matter the circumstances, the strongest skill is in being able to stay The strongest skill is being able to stay shut in. Janako is not leaving. Someone was in the janitor's closet, wrapped up in a futon like a snail. This girl's indulging herself in idleness, laziness, and flabbers. Yeah. Janako Katagiri. Goody. She, the slab of a woman that occupied the equipment storage in the previous school building. I think that's meant to say she's. It feels kind of draftier. I feel like a really strong sense of togetherness, flowing surely, steadily towards me. Let's just half-ass it. Anyway, I'm gonna stay shut in until the very end. Resolved to do so, I turn around and... Who the hell are you? Rudely breaking into someone's sanctuary? I'll sue you! Oh my god. Shinako scrambles to her feet and hits me with an extremely fierce tackle.
クロックロック、超厳重な鍵をかけて僕のターンエンド。もう誰もジナコさんの姿は見えないっす。
Lock, lock, lock. I set my ultra secure key and ended my turn. Now nobody can see Janako. Shoot, she blindsided me. She went and locked the janitor's closet door. It's not budging. I feel like there's several layers of locks on the inside.
つーか誰っすかあんた。新聞と課金とお説教はたくさんっす。永遠に訪れないおとといに来てください。
Who the heck are you anyway? I've had it with the newspaper bills and sermons. Come back tomorrow, by which I mean never. What a way to reject someone. Though I feel awkward now, after all that, I still have my orders from Leo. I don't think she's an NPC, that means she's a master. She's trapped here with us, so I have to ask her to join the student council.
生徒会？ここから出る？ここから出る？
What'd you do to that clip, Jack? I saw it. I have a log of it. It existed. It happened. Where'd it go? Student council? Leave here? Leave here?
結構っす。僕ここから出たくないし、勝手にやってろって感じ？
I'm good. I don't want to leave. I feel like I'm doing whatever I want. I feel like doing whatever I want.
だいたいレオってあの金髪お子様でしょ？あいつ苦手っす。リアル天才とかマジ目が潰れる。
Besides, Leo is that blonde kid, right? He's trouble for me. I can't stand looking at real-life prodigies.
そねみでつらつらとスレを回されたくなかったらジーナコさんには関わるなと警告しておいてくれっす。
Warn him that unless he wants me to post long rant threads about him around the net out of jealousy, don't bother Janako.
ああ、でもあんたは別っすよ。同じ凡人として癒されるっていうか。
But you're a different story. As a fellow average person, you kind of put me at ease. I keep pushing out.
僕の気のせいかもしれないけど、もしかして以前どこかで会ってないっすか？
This may just be me imagining things, but have we met somewhere before? I don't have any concrete proof, but I answered by saying we've met before. I don't know how many events in that other school building actually happened, but I recognized Janako's face. If that actually did happen, then we should be acquainted.
やっぱりそうっすか。わかるとっすね。君に免じて完全無視はやめる方向で。
So it really did, huh? How very occultish. Out of respect for you, I'll quip the cold shoulder.
生徒会には出ないけど、生徒会室はストリームで監視しとくっすよ。嵐コメントは任せろっす。
I won't go to the student council, but I'll watch the room through a stream. Leave the troll comments to me.
もちろん
Awesome.
ですから。ジナコさんに意見とか求めないように。基本僕はウォッチャーっすからね。
Of course, I'll only be watching. Don't ask Shanaka for opinions and stuff. I'm a watcher at heart, see? She won't leave the room, but she'll monitor what happens in the student council room. I guess that's what she means. I don't know how I feel about being watched, but being able to share information is a plus. It saves us the trouble of explaining everything. Yet, I feel that leaving her all alone in this unfamiliar school building is dangerous.
ああ、これ知ってます。声をかければかけるほど出づらくなる負のスパイラルジェイル。
Ah, I've seen this before. The more you call out, the more they resist leaving. A jail where one just spirals downwards.
私も経験あるんですよね。ぶっちゃけ外でうずめちゃんの踊り級の祭りをしないと出てきませんよ。
I have gone through this too, yes. Honestly, if not for Uzume's festival of dance, I wouldn't have climbed out.
ご主人様、ここは他を当たりましょう。岩戸に閉じこもったダメ女は放置する。それができる女の思いやりです。
Darling, let's Darling, let's try someone else. Leave this naked woman shut in her cave. That's how a capable woman can show her compassion. Aster's right. I'm just about done looking around the school building, so I'll keep trying to convince her and just head back to the student council room. But where's Rin and Ronnie? You guys know the deal. It's the BRB pre-roll time. Forgive me. BRB. Alright. For the record, we're gonna keep going until there's a stopping point. I don't want to reach the cap with my voice and throat where it just, like, straight up hurts all night. So, yeah. Is that the end of my exploring, though? Surely there's more people. I want to meet more people. I guess we are within the confines of the school building. Went that way. Okay. Is there no... Oh, yeah, there's no roof. Alright, classroom time, I guess. Or student council room, whatever. Welcome back, Face. Have you finished recruiting? Yeah, I nod in reply. Regardless of the outcomes, I spoke with all of the masters in the school building, I think. Pardon me, I'm the spider's thread hung by... Oh my god. Oh. Pardon me, I'm the spider's thread hung by Amitabha down to hell. As soon as Manji Gatu is called, he begs for charity. There he is. Before I can report the results, Gatu clamors into the student council room. No, my reading capabilities can't decline this quickly. Manji Gato? That is so. Actually, what's amazing is being called by the next head of a Western financial conglomerate. Yet, Mr. Head of his family is overly formal. Being allies in the student council, may President Leo suffice? Face, you brought him? Leo, looking genuinely annoyed, glances at me. I nod. That's right. Leo is the one who said anyone is fine. It's not my fault. Excuse me, Gato. Do you have your servant with you? No, she's not here. My god has departed. However, be enlightened knowing this. Even without a servant, I'm a famous master. I won't be a bother. Yes, well then, I had no intention of choosing members based on whether they had a servant or not, but... Then all is well. I'm free labor, so killing me would be a waste. I'll organize the cheerleading. Face, who told you they wanted you to bring a comedian here? I bowed my head and apologized from the bottom of my heart. It's not that important, but the correct quote is, art is long, life is short. It is what it is. Gato, please handle cleaning the rooms, serving tea, patrolling the school, and cleaning the toilets. Brother, please show him. I know you mean well, but curse you, Frick. Now, he says and does problematic things, but I've heard that Manjikato is someone important. Surely he'll help somehow.
他の人材はどこですか？
So, Frick, where's the rest of our personnel? I report on 3 people, Shinji, Janako, and Kiara. Shinji has no servant and couldn't stomach joining the student council, so he refused. Janako shut herself in the janitor's closet and stated that she would only monitor us. Kiara Session will support the operations of student council but won't join the council itself. Both Kiara and his servant Anderson aren't the type to cooperate directly.
出たくないと出る気がないですか。
One doesn't want to leave. One isn't interested in leaving, huh?
ジナコカリギリはそのうち覚悟を決めるにしても、キアラさんはちょっとわかりませんね。
Janako Karigiri may come around eventually, but Kiara, I don't really get her.
レオ、わからないとはどういった意味なのでしょう。
Leo, what do you mean don't get her?
摂政員キアラとは我々も一度会っています。彼女は徳の高い人物でしたが。
We met Kiara Session once. She was a virtuous person.
そうですね。考えすぎかもしれません。ただ、言葉尻に微妙な違いを感じたので。
You're right. Perhaps I'm overthinking it. It's just that I felt a subtle discrepancy in her wording.
ともあれ、校舎にいるマスターは僕らを含めて7人だけのようです。
Anyway, including us, there are only 7 masters in the school building, it seems.
現在の生徒会メンバーは全体の半数を超えました。今はそれでよしとしましょう。
Presently, we have more than half of all of them as student council members. We'll take it for now. Student council members are Leo, Julius, Kato, and myself. This could certainly be enough, but I feel like there were more masters who would fit in the student council, about 2 of them. It's no use, I can't remember. Where are Ren and Ronnie?
いずれ解決するでしょう。今は行動の時です。
We'll resolve our lack of personnel in time. Now is the time to act, Face.
さくら、中に入るためのゲートは作っていただけましたか？
Sakura, have you created a gate to allow us inside?
はい、緊急時ですので特別措置として許可しました。けど私は反対です。
Yes, as this is an emergency, I acquired permission to take special measures. However, I'm against this.
中はどうなっているのか、ここからではスキャンはおろかモニターさえできない状況です。
We don't know what's going on inside, and we can't scan or monitor it from here.
安全は保証できません。そんなところに送り込むのは。
I can't guarantee her safety. Sending Frick into such a place is... Sakura speaks vaguely while peeking at me. Side glances. I don't understand what they're talking about, but it seems Sakura is concerned for my well-being.
しかし、現状はそれしか手段はありません。これは僕たちの判断です。AI であるあなたに責任は負わせませんよ。
Still, there's no other way right now. This is our decision. I won't have you and AI be responsible for whatever happens.
わかりました。けど、それなら私にも手伝わせてください。皆さんの健康管理が私の存在意義ですから。
I understand. Please allow me to lend a hand at least. Managing everyone's health is the reason I was created.
それはこちらからもお願いします。現状、人手が足りませんから。
I'll also request you to do so. We're short-handed right now, after all.
当面は僕とさくらだけでバックアップをします。
For the time being, only Sakura and I will back up Face.
待て待て、お主ら何をするつもりなのだ？小生にも説明してくれんか。
Hold on. What are you all planning? Could you explain to Frick and me?
これは失礼。説明が前後しましたが、あなたにはこれからアリーナに向かってもらいます。
My apologies, Face. I know this explanation comes last minute, but from now on, we'll have you going to the arena. The arena? If I remember correctly, it's a structure prepared for the Holy Grail War. One could call it a dungeon. For masters who've had their opponents decided, within the 7-day period, they try and collect information on their enemies and proceed to the final battlefield, all within an arena constructed in layers. Is he saying that the school building also has an arena?
いえ、アリーナらしきものです。この校舎は月の裏側にポツンと浮かんだ泡のようなものと思ってください。
No, it's similar to an arena. Please think of the school building as a sort of bubble floating in the far side of the
泡
moon.
がなくなれば皆さんは虚数に飲まれて消滅ないし定まらない乱数として永劫にさまようことになります。
If the bubble pops, imaginary numbers will either consume everyone or everyone will wander forever as volatile random numbers.
この校 校舎から外に出ることは自殺行為です。ですが、一つだけ比較的正常な状態で表側に向かっている構造体を発見しました。
Leaving her is suicidal, but I discovered a relatively stable structure that leads to the near
そ
side.
れが校庭にある桜の木です。あの木の下には外に通じると思われる未確認のアリーナがあるんです。
It's the schoolyard's cherry blossom tree. Underneath that tree is an unknown arena which seems to lead outside.
ではそのアリーナを抜ければ外、月の表側、聖杯戦争に戻れるのだな。
So, if we go through that arena, we'll return outside to the near side of the moon, the Holy Grail World, right?
その可能性は高いです。未確認アリーナでは格好がつかないので、桜迷宮と名付けました。
The chances of that are high. Since unknown arena doesn't sound nice, I named it the Sakura Labyrinth. Sakura Labyrinth. The only road to the outside world. Sounds like investigating it is the duty given to me and Castor. But wouldn't Leo and Gawain be a little more reliable for this job? Probably. But we're the main character. I would very much like to do so, but it's night at best in there.
夜なんです。どこの地名だ。あんですか？
Night at best? What place is that? Everest?
誰かそこの人を購買部にでも放り込んでください。
Someone please toss this person out somewhere, like to the commissary.
まあ、夜か朝かはちょっとした冗談ですが、実際問題としてバックアップには僕とさくら2人でも足りないほどです。
Well, the day or night thing was just a little joke. The reality is that the backup from Sakura and me alone is insufficient.
何しろ未知の領域ですから、常にモニターしつつ、いざとなればこちらにログアウトさせる。
As you know, this is uncharted territory. We'll monitor you constantly, Face, and if necessary, we'll log you out.
その手のウィザードスキルを持っていないでしょ?
You don't have that kind of wizard skill, do you, Frick? Like Leo says, I'm just not that skilled. I mean, it took everything just to make a contract with my servant. So as long as I lack digital battle and logistical support skills, doing a field survey on foot is the most I can do.
理解が早くて助かります。こちらの準備は先ほど整いました。バックアップは生徒会室で行います。
Thank you for understanding so quickly. We prepared ourselves already. We'll back you up in this room.
桜の木へ向かってください。ゲートは桜が開いてくれます。
Please head to the cherry tree, Face. Sakura will open the gate for you.
はい。管理者権限で木の中に入るゲートを作りました。
Yes, I use my administrative privileges to create a gate that goes into the tree. The rest is up to you, Frick.
小生が言ってはいかんのか。
Am I not allowed to go?
やめておけ。サーバントがいないマスターでは返り討ちになるだけだ。
Forget it. A master without a servant will just get the tables turned on them.
アリーナである以上エネミーはいる。俺やお前では、いや、俺やお前なら一体は倒せるとしても、それが限度だ。
Since it's an arena, there are enemies. You and I couldn't... No, even if we did take down one, that would be our limit. Gato, disappointed, shushes himself with a I see, so the general rule is that only a master who brings a servant along can enter the Sakura Labyrinth.
以上です。校庭に向かってください。桜迷宮、初突入ミッションを開始します。いわゆる初期公開というやつですね。
That's all. Please head to the grounds. The first mission of the Sakura Labyrinth begins, our so-called maiden voyage.
そういう言い方はちょっと。
That wording is a little...
なぜです？極めてノーマルな単語をチョイスしたのですが。
How come? I thought I chose a totally normal word.
レオ、レディが問題視しているのは
Leo, what the lady sees as a problem is...
ああ、なるほど。確かにそういう意味にも聞こえました。
Ah, I get it. Yeah, I've also heard of that
で
meaning.
もそれに何の問題が？別に桜の低層と迷宮の走破率は無関係ですし、名前が一緒だからですか？
But what's the issue? There's no special relation between your chastity and our travel into the labyrinth. Is it the name?
いいです。蒸し返さないでください。早く校舎に。この一連の会話はなかったことにしてください。
never mind. Please don't bring it up again. Hurry on now, Frick. Please pretend you never heard any of this. Dungeon. Oh yes, if you'd like, please take this. It's not much, just some supplies. Yippee! The labyrinth is an unknown arena. Please be very careful. As a member of the student council, I intend on putting forth my best effort. All for one, and one for all Gandhara. Great. Sure, I did say anyone is fine, but I guess this is what they mean by not in my wildest dreams, huh? Let's try to talk. This is so we can return to the rightful Holy Grail War. The other masters must also lend their strength. I am this room's bodyguard. This is the center which governs over the old school system. Logically, the strongest should stand guard. Sorry, Face. Gawain bears you no ill will. If he gets on your nerves, I apologize. I only stated the obvious. Scouting the enemy is a low-ranked soldier's role. The stronghold must be protected by Knights of Glory. Thus, Miss Frick cannot be entrusted with this defense. Do you think it should be otherwise? Sorry, Frick. As you can see, Sir Gawain has a pleasant, honest personality. You must have a few thoughts to share, but please just leave it at that. It'll make more sense as you get used to him. Huh? You too, Julius? Why do you both apologize? Alright, well, unfortunately, my head is starting to hurt, and, my voice is slowly going. So, before either of those things get any worse, we will be calling it today. I apologize that we're not going for longer. I was intending to, but as I sat back down from the last pre-roll break, I've just had a headache, like, slowly activating. Thank you so much for being here. I don't know. So, we're streaming tomorrow, most likely, and it will be Drunk by Daylight with Ganja Weasel again, as long as my bitrate fucking functions. I was very sad that the last one didn't work out. I'm unsure which game we'll be playing next. It could be Fate, it could be Xenoblade, but regardless, whichever we do pick will be next week. I think Tuesday. I'm pretty sure. The last DBD stream was so... Dude, that name... I was sitting there so, like, bitter the entire time, because it wouldn't work, and then there was no fucking... I mean, I couldn't find a solution. Ganja was actually having this... Are you talking about Ganja's stream last night? Where it was a fucking slideshow? At least he got it fixed. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know if I was having the same issue as him, or I just got unlucky, but... Hopefully, tomorrow will work for him and for me. Because, we plan on doing a little bit of drinkies, a little bit of Dead by Daylight. It'll be fun. Streaming and playing with Ganja is always a good time. And whoever else joins us, the slots tend to, you know, fill in by whoever comes first. So we'll see about our other company. But that is the end of today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I have a Twitter. I have a Discord. You can keep up to date with when I'm streaming. Or follow me here, you know? There's a lot of options. Yeah, that's it, I think. Probably Tuesday next week. Tomorrow we will be live, probably towards the, like, late evening. I think, like, 7 to 8, Central Time. Most likely, I don't know. We don't set a time. I just wait. But yeah, that'll be it. I hope you guys have a great evening and a fantastic weekend, and I will see you so soon. Goodbye, everyone.